How to get the most out of your college visits. I'm planning on doing this in a few weeks. It's going to be my first outing with my oldest daughter. I have no idea what to expect or even where to go. That's the thing. So today, advice from an expert.
Kate Lundeen is the Vice President of Enrollment Services at Alverno College, and she's here with more on what to ask and how to plan. She's also going to tell us the questions that most people never ask but should. So listen up, grandparents and parents, because these are the things that you got to know. Good to have you here.
Good. Thanks so much for having me. I really
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. Molly's got a whole list. She's got like a, one of these things down.
You would not be alone. We just have parents who come in with portfolios.
Well, and it's everything from when do you start the visits,
Right.
you know, at what age, at what point in the school year, should you go only when school's in session, where should you go, what should you bring, what should you ask? So let's get started a little bit, starting with students and parents, just overall, how do you get the most out of your visit, in your opinion, especially because sometimes you have limited time?
Absolutely. And I think it really is about that planning and how much time. I think sometimes people are trying to put so many visits, and you're thinking, well, we need to see X number of schools, that you're starting to do sort of the 1 hour visit or the 1 hour tour. You really want to stay on campus for a bit to get a feel. So if you can pick a day where you can do the tour, also sit down with an admissions counselor, meet faculty, eat in the cafeteria, see where the students really are. If you're going to play athletics, connect with a coach. If you're going to sing in the choir, go see the music faculty or watch the choir perform. It's taking that time that's going to give you the feel of the campus and help your student figure out, do I want to live here? It's going to be an investment of years of their life in the classroom, outside of the classroom. They're going to need to figure out that fit.
Yeah, years of their life and years of our income, right?
So how long, when you said a little bit, you should spend a little bit, do you have, you know, is it a 2-3 hour visit that you should look at when you plan?
Ideally, pick a morning or an afternoon and really think, you know, we're going to spend 2-3 hours here. When students come to Alverno, we really encourage them, do the tour, but then we'd love you to have lunch with one of our student ambassadors or come and sit in on a class. It's also nice if you can separate parents from kids. I know that's a little nerve-wracking sometimes, but students, your high school students, are ready to sit in a class by themselves.
Yeah.
Let them go do that. Then parents can come sit in with financial aid, maybe meet the dean of students, come and talk with a faculty member. If your student's been in honors classes, you know, we'd love to have you talk with the faculty member who directs our Center for Academic Excellence. You know, we just want to make those connections for you, but you should each sort of see the college on your own as well.
I think that's a really good point. What about what parents should be asking when they're touring a college? What questions are good?
We hear a lot of sort of recitation of what's already on our website. So it's sort of, sometimes parents come in and they're sort of checking out to make sure that they've got the information right. That's okay, but you're not going to get the most out of the visit by doing that. We put things like averages and totals need to go up on websites and in view books. When you come in, ask specifics about your daughter. If you're worried about financial aid, come in with some information. Be willing to talk a little bit about your income, about your situation with someone in a financial aid office. You'll walk out feeling better about what the cost of the college is going to be for you, not what the price of tuition looks like.
Can you shop some of those numbers in terms of like, hey, this, you know, state school's willing to give me this amount, you know, this school's willing to give me this, where do you lie? Is that appropriate?
It's totally appropriate to ask, again, when you bring your information, this is what our family situation is. What does that look like here at your institution? Ultimately, every institution sets their tuition and their aid and their scholarships for what they think are going to be the best fit for the majority of their students. But it's totally reasonable to say, we're not sure we could do this. Are there other opportunities? Is there a scholarship for my student? She goes to this high school. Are there opportunities because she plays this sport? Financial aid offices, admissions offices should be willing to help you find some of those resources.
All right, so give us the insights. What are questions that parents should be asking but we don't?
Yeah, always start with why. You've got a person in front of you, and you can't get those kinds of answers when you're looking, again, at a website or a view book. So when your student tour guide's giving you a tour, why did you choose this school? Why did you choose your major? Why questions and how questions. How are you getting your internship done and maintaining your classroom experience? Same thing with faculty. Why are you at this institution? Why do you think the students here perform so well? How is it possible that students can graduate in 4 years? What does that course look like? Again, what questions? You can almost always get answered after the fact. You're looking for the kinds of questions that you can only get from a personal experience.
Well, one of the things I've always wondered, because I think it's really important to parents, maybe sometimes more so than students, is one of the things I would really want to know is what opportunities would there be for my student to be able to work on campus? Are there some kind of hidden opportunities? Because if they have to go outside campus to work, that's always a possibility. But if they can work on campus as a way to help offset tuition or to make some extra money for their spending money, whatever. Is that ever appropriate to
Absolutely.
ask about? Okay.
Absolutely. And I always recommend, especially when you're going to spend that block of time there, you should ask adults and ask current students. So ask the financial aid office, ask the admissions office, but then also ask your student tour guide. If you're going to have lunch in the cafeteria as you come through, ask the student who's checking you out, hey, how do you balance working on campus? Was it easy to find this job? Is this the job that you wanted? Things like that. At a good campus, students are going to be really candid with you. If they love their institution, they're going to tell you that. If they're frustrated, trust me, when you check out of a cafeteria line, someone's going to tell you that they're frustrated. So you start to get that feel again from the student body.
Yeah.
I think that was great advice.
I
And
did
just
too.
in general, it's just all those different things, and really just not being shy to say what's on your mind or what you think you really need to know, because as you said, that's what they're there for. They're there to truly answer all those
Absolutely,
questions.
and we're always happy to do that.
It's a big decision.
We know that's
right?
true.
Fair
Absolutely.
to say.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Thanks,
we
Kate.
know somebody else at Alverno too. You probably know her too, Carol Barrowman.
We
We're
love
a big
Carol.
fan.
Yeah.
You like her
as a
too?
faculty member, as an author, we're really delighted to have Carol on faculty. Yeah, she's terrific.
Well, we've had several of you as guests on the show, and you always do a great job.
Oh,
it's nice to
thanks,
have
Emily.
you.
We appreciate it.
Thanks
Thanks
for the
very much.
advice.
Thanks, Kate.
We appreciate it. We have a